Air signs, welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There are many layers of meaning in my readings. I'm going to touch on a few. It may or may not resonate. Try to hear me and feel me for best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. All right. I am going to lay out a deep dive spread for us, and then I'm going to lay out some unique cards, unique messages for each sign. We'll go over that at the end of the message. All right. So, ancestors, what would you like the air signs to pay attention to right now, or to look at and reflect upon? Can we get some great juicy insights for the air signs right now? The ancestors, wait, before we get into it, get the 3 unique cards, ancestors, for these air signs, please. The ancestors have selected these 3 cards. Here's Libra. That's going to be Aquarius right there. And Gemini. Pow. Gemini right there in the center. All right. Good for you, Gemini. Good for you. The message from the air signs, or for the air signs, is the following. Somebody's playing. Somebody's playing, but there's some serious consequences. But they're bursting free of their limiting beliefs. And that could be many things. Let's just go a little further. Okay. So the issue is about doing the right thing and doing the divine work. Somebody was playing around with doing the right thing and doing the divine work. Somebody now is getting a profound realization of themselves, and they're getting a broader understanding of something, of life, of the very questions that they've had. Okay, there was some deception around a divine calling, or someone has a divine calling in common. Okay, or there's magic in someone's divine calling. Magic may be your divine calling. High magic with a CK. Okay, not the trick magic, not magic trick, but magic as in high science. All right. Somebody was playing about doing the right thing and making the wise decision. Somebody was immature, and here we have the mature male. Okay, which is Obatala in my deck. Cool, calm, wise, cool cat. Someone was not being a wise, cool cat. They were being childlike or childish, or they were playing. When there's serious consequences, a lot is at stake. Or was at stake, whatever. That's what I get there. The stakes. Okay, and so somebody is having a profound realization that either you are or they are a child of God, chosen by God, divine appointment. Or they have a better understanding of divine appointment and what that is and what that means. Or they have a profound realization that your love or adoration was a divine appointment for them. You know, like if you love them, that means that God has selected you for a thing, or some such thing like that. Okay, yeah, because the emotional connection is based on some sort of divine calling. Y'all have feelings for one another. and it's part of a divine calling. Y'all are emotionally connected. Y'all are feeling each other, something like that. Okay, let's go into the playing and the serious consequences. Yeah, because they were being a magician. They was being, some sort of fuck boy, fuck girl kind of thing. And they were being deceptive about filling the role, I want to say. They were being deceptive about filling the role, whatever that is. Um, filling the role of the king in your life. They were being deceptive. Or they were playing mind games of some sort instead of, stepping up to the plate. They were playing at stepping up to the plate. Like, oh yeah, I'm the king. Nah. Now I'm going to take over. I'm going to take over. Nah. Like that sort of thing. Like that's the feeling I get. All right, so doing the right thing. And the Queen of Swords showed up because she's not playing. And it's not a game. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Yes. And there was a great and terrible war between you. And she cut the head off of corruption and she realized she was dealing with an enemy, or somebody was behaving like an enemy or treating her like an enemy. I just got this in the fire sign reading too. She was being treated like an enemy, so she came for this person's head, cut it off, and like they hurt each other during this war. And she was acting on behalf of righteousness, and he was obviously doing the magician thing, playing mind games. So there was a great and terrible war about doing the right thing and doing the divine work. Okay, she was quite serious in the point she was making. Okay, and then here we have, air signs is in the building. Okay, so here we have the Justice card with the mature male guy who's a cool cat, and he has wise judgment. Right. That was he. Okay. So she was disappointed. Her heart was broken that he was not this mature man. Her heart was broken that he wasn't making wise decisions and doing the divine work. Her heart was broken that she had to be in a war with this man who she loved. Because heartbreak, that's why. Okay. Yeah, her heart was broken. She feels like it was unjust. She didn't get what she deserved. She deserved a wise man who does the right thing and who does the divine work and makes wise decisions and is mature and is not corrupt and doesn't treat her like an enemy and make war with her. Okay, so let us move on to the profound realization of self, the master of the head. Somebody realizes they were slanging dang-a-lang, or they took what didn't belong to them, or they just wanted to have sex and they were holding back their emotions. I get the sensation that that's the guy they wanted to be. They didn't want to be the wise, cool cat guy. They wanted to be the hot, Knight of Wands guy. They wanted to be him. And, a player. They wanted to be a player. They wanted to, just have casual hookups and hold the emotions back. They didn't want to have to, totally interfuse emotionally and be fully present. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to do all that. They just wanted to have sex and, just slang dang-a-lang. They realized that. They realized that that's what they had to do with it. That's who they were at that time. I get the sensation. Broader understanding of a water sign or love or a woman or a Queen of Cups that I get. Okay, so the first sensation I get is that you change this person's point of view on love, or you change this person's point of view on your love for them. This is interesting. Or their point of view also grew, and or it grew from a water sign they were dealing with, because I have a Queen of Swords here, and then I have a Queen of Water here, Queen of Cups. So maybe this is two separate events, okay? Like, because they wanted to be that guy who was slinging dangling and holding back his emotions, they instead got with this water sign. And maybe that person got pregnant. And maybe now, and that changed everything, of course, because this is the change card. Or they changed by deciding to be with this water sign. They decided to do that. And now they have a broader understanding of the deeper meaning of all of that experience that they had with you and with the water sign, if that's two separate people. If this is just you and them, then it may be that they're having a profound realization about, the whole slang and dang-a-lang thing, and now they have a deeper understanding of what the of the fact that you have to change that behavior in order to be in a loving relationship, in order to have access to your emotions, get off on your floor. Sometimes the roles are reversed. They have a broader understanding of a woman's love, or to love a woman, what that means, or who you have to be loved by a woman the way this feminine loved them. Or, you hear the combination of elements. Get off on your floor. Let us go further. Okay, so they seem to realize that they could have gone faster and further with you. Okay, so I do get a sense that somebody chose to be with someone else. Okay, somebody chose to, on this floor, somebody chose to be with someone else. Okay, and now they're feeling like, I should have chose the child of God. Like, obviously, that's the sensation that I'm getting. Like, obviously, the child of God is the one to aim for, is the one to be with. It's the one where you get mutual respect. With the child of God, you get mutual respect. With the child of God, you have long-term stability. Also, this person may be realizing that to get what they want, which is maybe long-term stability, long-term success, having plenty, having a family maybe. especially since we have a pregnant lady in the column here. They feel like you should have been what they aimed for, because the quality of what they would have had with you would have been way better if they didn't, select the person who was here, down here, right? That's the sign for down here, right? Down here with the slanging of dangalang energy. Okay, so maybe they got into a relationship, like a deep relationship, with a jump off of some sort, um, or someone who wasn't, very, not serious material to be up in a relationship with, that sort of thing. All right, I think that's enough for that column. Let us move on. All right, let's get into the magic mirror. What are we saying there? Okay. We get a forced sacrifice here because of some deception. And I get the sensation that, oh, okay, wait. Okay, let me get one more card on there. All right, yeah, okay. I see. All right. Okay, I get the sensation. I'm getting several sensations here. One is that y'all have the same feelings for one another, and it can't be helped. Somebody wants the opportunity to reach out to connect. They want an opportunity to connect. They want to return to the safe haven. They can see root causes clearly. They see what happened there. Okay, for whatever that's worth. They see what happened there, whatever that means. On another layer, I'm getting somebody is doing some sort of magic or was deceptive in some kind of way. And there was a forced sacrifice. And then divine timing got involved. In Allah, the Wheel of Fortune was spun. They want to return to the safe haven, a place where they can trust, a place where they can trust, a place where they would be able to see things clearly, a place where there would be no deception, where things would be mutual, or where things would be even, or where things would be parallel or symmetrical, whatever. Get off on your floor. All right? Somebody wants to connect. I also got the sensation that somebody wants to connect, but, and this is off card, they want to connect, but they don't want to be the one to reach out. That's what I get in terms of the forced sacrifice, and then wanting the opportunity to connect and the desire to return to the safe haven. And maybe you can see clearly that they want to do that. Okay, I'm sorry. This is splitting off into many corridors here. Let me just pull it back to the center. I just got the sensation that they didn't want to be the one to reach out, which is weird. I mean, if they've learned anything, if they're having a profound realization of themselves, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that they want to reach out, but I'm feeling something about that. There's something over there. There's something over there. Or maybe they're being deceptive about wanting to reach out. They do want to reach out, but maybe you don't know that they want to reach out, or some such thing like that. Somebody can see something clearly, though. Something weird is happening here. Okay, let's go further, and maybe that might help. The divine calling. Let's go into it. Somebody can feel it, inside and outside. The call is coming from inside the house for somebody. hmm hmm They feel pressure to communicate. Okay, because or they're in love, or y'all are in love with each other, and y'all have an abundant future together, or you can have an abundant future together. Okay, so I'm getting some duality here at the top because there was some deception that equaled a forced sacrifice. Somebody was forced to sacrifice, or y'all was forced to sacrifice each other. That made you subject to the divine wheel turning and the need to miss each other. The need to have an opportunity to connect, and being at a distance and having time and space separating you, right? And so now maybe y'all both want to return to the safe haven or to a common world where y'all have your own world kind of thing. And perhaps y'all can both clearly see that. Okay, that's another one. That's another one. Because down here we definitely have some love down here with the Ace of Water, and we have another pregnant lady. We do have that. We have another pregnant lady, but she can also represent pregnant with tomorrow. Um, she can represent, because then we have the Ace of Water and the Divine Calling. So that just says some beautiful shit right there. That just says a lot of beautiful shit about, what you can have together. Because I have that here too. The quality, you can go further and, you can do more together, or you can have a better relationship together, or, like y'all are the higher quality relationship for this masculine in particular. Okay, like for him in particular, it would be a higher quality of relationship, or that's the potential you have together to have an abundant future because you're both on this divine path, or you're appointed to one another, and therefore, what God has put together, may no one tear asunder, that sort of thing. um Emotional connection, although somebody seems to be holding back. There's some sort of message that was received. There's some sort of impact that was had based on you holding or being the master of your fiery emotions. That's going around apparently. That showed up in a couple of people's readings tonight. Or today or this afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Yeah, something is going on with somebody's the mastery of their fiery emotions. It had a deceptive effect, perhaps. Somebody didn't know that you had feelings for them, or they didn't know your feelings because you were holding them in such control that they didn't even realize you had them. Something like that. Okay, something like that. And maybe because of that, that was part of the forced sacrifice, like because they interpreted it that way, they believed the deception, or the way it appeared. I want to say that they believed the way it appeared, because you were the mastery of your fiery emotion, the master of your fiery emotions. It may have appeared to them that you didn't have emotions for them, and so that was the deception. It wasn't like, you was trying to deceive them. It's just that you just was, you was like, nope, no slanging of dangalang, please. That sort of thing. Or for whoever, was in the receiving end or the feminine position. This had some sort of great impact on the scenario between you. Or them finding out that you feel the same way that they do has had a huge impact on them. Especially given the sense you held them in check so well. They are particularly like, wow, okay, who knew kind of thing. Okay, who knew? All right, fantastic. Let's get to the unique message for each one. I said this one's Libra, right? Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay, great. Libra, for you, this might be a passionate new beginning. This may be something that's driving you, or someone feels driven regarding you. This is focusing. This is pure energy. Okay? So energy purity, the purity of energy. And this also has something to do with the Kundalini. Okay? So that primary energy that gets life popping, that gets the zest zesting. Okay? That is what that has to do with you. Ace of Wands energy. Possibly getting some sexual energy. All right, put that with the message. Pow, that's for you. Okay, Aquarius, your message is about the fury of the goddess, and hell hath no fury. And whoever this woman is has every right to be upset. Every right. Okay, also the breaking down of things when the feminine gets upset, or when things are not in harmony with the feminine element, the way things break down in the scenario, in the environment, in the relationship, yada yada. Okay? Hell hath no fury. All right, fantastic. For Gemini, walking through the fire. The inconvenient truth. All right, swift justice around here. Swift justice. Drawing the line. That's what somebody's doing here. And that's the issue. All right, fantastic. Listen, I hope that message helped y'all. I really do. For more deep-ass readings where we see we having a profound realization of ourselves around here. Okay? After some games were played, now we find out at the end of the day, we really feeling the same way about each other. We still feeling emotionally connected around here. In deep readings like these, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Did I say if you needed a personal get in contact with me? Well, there you go. My information is down below just in case. Otherwise, that was the sequel. All right, and pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom and continue to discriminate wisely. I will see you again here soon. Air signs behind the black veil.